I know that I'm stubborn. I know that I'm stubborn, and it's because you cannot change my mind. You can't. I've made up my mind. It's not going to happen or it's going to happen. Two options. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Christian, and today we're going to be exploring my natal chart. A quick disclaimer, this video is not to bash any one particular sign. I personally use astrology as a tool for self-reflection. I don't use it to say, oh, I hate this sign, oh, I hate that sign. Like, we don't do bashing over here, so no hate comments. So let's start with my three main signs. So I am a Taurus sun. I'm a Taurus sun. I am a Capricorn rising and a Scorpio moon. I have gone into my co-star, and basically we're just going to be reading each of the descriptions of each sign and the house that it's in. Sun in Taurus. The sun determines your ego, identity, and role in life. It's the core of who you are and is the sign you're most likely to already know. Your sun is in Taurus, meaning you are fundamentally stable, deliberate, and practical, though somewhat stubborn. Your sensual side takes comfort and pleasure very seriously. You appreciate nice things when they're useful and meaningful. People appreciate how reliable you are. It's in your fourth house, meaning you feel the need to distinguish yourself from others through your home and family. So this whole stubborn thing, if you're a Taurus out here, can you relate to people saying that you're stubborn all the time? I'm tired. I'm tired of people saying that I'm stubborn. I know that I'm stubborn. I know that I'm stubborn, and it's because you cannot change my mind. You can't. You just can't change my mind. I've made up my mind. It's not going to happen or it's going to happen. Two options. But this is something to note about the whole stubborn thing. There are other fixed signs other than Taurus, and all of those signs are the stubborn ones. So it's not just me. Anyways, I got a little bit too personal there. Calm down. Okay. Next up, we have Moon in Scorpio. The moon rules your emotions, moods, and feelings. This is likely the sign you most think of yourself as, since it reflects your personality when you're alone or deeply comfortable, meaning your emotional self is intense, passionate, and a bit dramatic. You have trouble opening up and letting other people in, and try to keep your intense, darker emotions private. You find it difficult to trust others, which means your powers of perception may manifest in suspicion and controlling tendencies. It's in your 10th house, meaning you find security and safety through success and responsibility. I agree with every single point. I agree. Your ascendant is the mask you present to people. It can be seen in your personal style and how you come off to people when you first meet. Some say it may become less relevant as you get older. It changes every 2 hours, so if it doesn't make sense, text your mom to confirm your birth time. So I guess they're saying, like, your ascendant, like, you can't say, oh, I was born at this time, but I don't know the hour, because the hour is, like, crucial and determining. Your ascendant is in Capricorn, meaning you come across as conservative, serious, and rational, perhaps even grave. You seem to make decisions in a responsible, practical, and prudent way. Your ambitions may come off as opportunistic. I definitely think I come off as conservative, serious, and rational. Everybody, like, is always saying, like, Christian, you're so intimidating. Christian, you're so scary. Like, I don't think I'm scary. I don't think I'm intimidating. I think I'm just very focused. The next thing is Mercury in Gemini. Mercury in Gemini determines how you communicate, talk, think, and process information. It also indicates how you learn. It's the mind's planet. Your Mercury is in Gemini, meaning your intellect is dynamic, quick-witted, and eclectic. You're deeply curious about everything, and your energy is often scattered in a million directions. The way you speak is articulate and witty, but you're likely to talk behind people's backs. It's in your 5th house, meaning you are curious about and inclined to analyze your love life, how to become happy, and your creative projects. I don't talk about people behind their back, I talk about them to their face. Venus determines how and what you love. It indicates how you express affection and the qualities you're attracted to. Your Venus is in Aries, meaning your romantic side is enthusiastic, impulsive, and direct. You fall in love quickly and out of love just as fast. You tend to be forthright and direct with your crushes, even if you haven't confessed. You make a lot of inside jokes, touch them a lot, and maintain eye contact. You alternate between seeming demanding and disinterested in the relationship. It's in your 3rd house, meaning that for you, love is often expressed in the things you know and are familiar with. Next, we have Mars in Sagittarius. Mars is the planet of aggression. It determines how you assert yourself, take action, and the energy that surrounds you. Particularly in your sex life, your ambitiousness, and when you're angry. Your Mars is in Sagittarius, meaning you assert yourself in a way that pushes boundaries. You easily become impatient and restless, and you push things forward with more vision than thoughtfulness, meaning you put a lot of energy into privacy, secrets, and introspection. Jupiter in Gemini. One of the 2 social planets, Jupiter rules idealism, optimism, and expansion. It's also very philosophical. Your Jupiter is in Gemini, meaning you grow and find understanding through curiosity, mental adventure, and trying new things. It's in your 5th house, meaning you find success through romance, self-expression, creativity, and pleasure. Saturn in Gemini. The other social planet, Saturn, rules responsibility, restrictions, limits, boundaries, fears, and self-discipline. Your Saturn is in Gemini, meaning you struggle with lack of focus, restless energy, and getting bored easily. I definitely think I have a problem with focus. It's so bad. It's really bad. I do like 5 minutes and I'm like, ooh, 1 hour break. I need that. Uranus in Aquarius. Uranus stays in each sign for 7 years, meaning it rules a generation more than a person. It rules innovation, rebellion, and progress. Your Uranus is in Aquarius, meaning other generations are shocked by your generation's unconventionality, intellectuality, and detachedness. It's in your 2nd house, meaning that for you, this manifests in rebelling against dated expectations about money and material possessions. I definitely feel that this is very accurate. A lot of the older generations kind of feel like our generation is like crazy and out of control, but we just have like a different mindset. Neptune in Aquarius. Neptune stays in each sign for around 14 years, meaning it rules a generation more than a person. It rules dreams, imagination, and the unconscious. Your Neptune is in Aquarius. Meaning your entire generation finds inspiration through detached analysis and intellectual pursuits. It's in your 1st house, meaning that for you, this manifests in your ideal, verging on unrealistic and impractical about yourself and self-image. And because it's your 1st house, your Neptune in Aquarius is hyper present in your personality. Now, I agree with this so much because like I used to be worried about it, but like I used to be worried about like, oh, how am I being perceived? Like, how do people see me? But then I get like the realization that I'm not in control of how other people see me. All I can do is present what I know to be true. And then what you do after that is your business. So I definitely agree with that. Pluto stays in each sign for up to 30 years, meaning it rules a generation more than a person. It rules power, intensity, obsession, and control. Your Pluto is in Sagittarius, meaning your generation's psyche is comparatively positive, free-spirited, curious, optimistic, forward-looking, independent, and confident. It's in your 11th house, meaning you personally are transforming outdated standards of friendship and social status. Oh my goodness, this is so me. Like, when it comes to friendship, I have very, very high standards. I don't believe that just because you've known somebody for a long time that you're friends. I believe that you have to pour equal amounts of energy into the relationship for it to be sustainable. With social status, I just do not care, and this is part of the reason that I'm not very active on the socials, because I don't care. Like, when I die, at my funeral, they're not gonna say, oh, ChristianMychal, 1 million YouTube subscribers, 10,000 Instagram. They're not gonna say that. Like, when you die, they're not gonna be saying like, oh, you had this many followers, you had that many followers. They're not gonna be talking about that. They're gonna be talking about your contribution to society. I really enjoyed doing this video. I hope it allowed you to get to know me a little better. Let me know if you like content like this. Let me know what video ideas you have, and I will add them to the list. So thank you guys for watching.